your journey as to when did you start playing cricket? Like maybe the first time ever that you thought that cricket could be, your career as well.
Yeah, I think here in South Africa, as a 6, 7 year old, you start with mini cricket and then Baker's cricket, and yeah, in primary school, it's sport is quite a big thing in South Africa in schools, and yeah, I always loved rugby a little bit more than cricket, and then in high school, I got the opportunity to represent Hoërskool Waterkloof with their cricket and stuff, and I think they meant a lot to me. All the coaches that was involved there, and the opportunity cricket gives in high school at a first team, and then I played for Northerns. Then I think that under 19 level really is where I decided to let's see what cricket has in store for me in the future.
And when you actually got to know that Paarl Royals have picked you up at the auctions, what was your first reaction? And if you could tell us, who did you speak to first, or actually who informed you about it, or did you see it yourself?
Yeah, so what actually happened is I got home at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because that's when the auction started, and I thought I think I only got picked up like at 8:30 at night, so it was 6 hours later. Yeah, and my mom and my dad was with me on the couch, so it was actually a very special moment sharing that with them. Yeah, so experienced everything with them, and then obviously just hugs and a lot of emotion after that, and then spoke to Marina after that also. So it was a very special moment, hearing you got picked up, and also for a special franchise like the Royals.
Mm-hmm. And who called you from the Royals the first time?
Ooh, I think there was so much emotion, I can't really remember, to be honest. I think it was family members and Marina, and then after that I can't really remember, but I remember getting a very good message from Jake, a good message from JP, and there was a couple other messages, but yeah, just special messages from them to welcome me in the Royals family, what obviously, which meant a lot for me.
Yeah. Talking about the team, I mean, we've got some really, really world-class and experienced players. How helpful do you see playing around them, having in your team the kind of experience that someone like a Lungi brings into the bowling side, or a Chos brings into the batting side?
Yeah, definitely. I think tournaments like this is obviously coaches and everything help a lot, but I think players that play at the highest level for so long in so many different competitions, like Lungi, like Joss, like David, all those kind of people that has not been on the world stage for a year, that has been on the world stage for years and years and years and been successful. I think to speak to them, to share the change room, and actually be in, sometimes it's not the questions we ask, but it's sometimes the scenarios we're in, and they start talking naturally about maybe after the 6 over, we're in this position, so many wickets down, these bowlers are bowling. And just the knowledge they bring to the table then by sharing their thoughts, how to go about the business now, what pockets to hit, what bowlers to take on, just so the thinking and the calmness they give around that, just the clarity, helps so much. So very fortunate, very privileged to be in a position like this, to share the change room with world beaters. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Any in these 2.5 weeks that you have spent together with all of them, anyone that you remember giving you a nice piece of advice?
I think everyone. I think from Morgs to Jason to Davo to Lungi. I don't want to mention really names, but just I've had conversation with a couple of them in, like I say, in game times, to sit next to Morgs and just to hear his thoughts about this bowler, this position we're in at the moment. I had a couple of chats with Davo about dismissals, about certain innings just getting a couple dots here and there rather than ones. So just those kind of things, I think, not the biggest mentions here and there, but just to be in certain positions in game scenarios, and then their thoughts that they bring across, that stuck with me. So a couple of the players really. So yeah, like I say, from Davo to Morgs to Joss to Roy, all of them has really helped thus far.
You have a decent economy rate in the T20 format. What do you do to maintain that?
Just luck at the moment, I think. Yeah, I think in a game like this, we played on slower wickets at the moment. Yeah, so I think just a lot of change up here and there, and obviously helped that I bowl in the middle quite a bit, where batsmen look to get ones here and there. Yeah, so I think at the moment just the period I bowl helps me a lot. But there's nothing special, I can promise you that. Just lucky in there at the moment, and then I just try to sum up the batsman as best as I can. And if I get 2 dots and over, I'm happy. We're winning that over, and yeah. So just thinking like a batsman, almost to just push him into a corner.
Talk to us about your fitness routine and how do you keep a balance between bat and the ball?
Yeah, so I think from the Lions to working here with JP, there's a lot of a communication regarding to the batting and the bowling, and then death hitting, death bowling, all those kind of things. So it's just clear communication with the coaches, and I would fall into. So a lot of times it's split into training will be split up into 2 groups, and either I'm batting and bowling first, and then I'll make sure whatever I did first, get to the second thing in the second period. So I think it's a lot of own responsibility at the moment to really nail your batting and bowling. But I must say, a lot of coaches they're really open to if you come to them afterwards and say, I want extra hits. I want to work on my death bowling, work on my change-ups whilst bowling. They're really open to that, and I'm really fortunate to work with coaches that gives you spare time after training. So it's just about, I think, a lot of own responsibility at the moment.
Yeah. You have been pretty consistent with your bowling in the tournament so far. Here on, a very critical part of the tournament begins with a break also coming up. How do you look forward to the Paarl Royals making it to the playoffs? And what are you going to do to make sure that the team is in playoffs?
I'm going to pray really hard. No, I think obviously with the ball is going well at the moment, obviously you can never predict how many wickets you're going to get. But I think if you have clear game plans on our wickets and bowl to one game plan and get batsmen to hit into your pockets, I think keep the run rate down with the ball, that's for sure. And hopefully I can strike in the middle periods, so teams don't go with set batsmen into that last 4 or 5 overs. I think that's a big thing for me at the moment, to really strike in that middle period. And then yeah, with the bat, I think I've been not too good thus far, to be honest with you. I would really like to, even though I'm getting 4 to 14 balls at the back end, but I think if you can have a strike rate between 140, 160 towards, if you face 4, 5 balls or 10 or 11 balls, just really have a good strike rate towards the end, and really go with, give the team really momentum towards the back end. Yeah, so I think that's my role. So at the moment, hopefully the bowling keeps on going well. And to be honest, my batting can pick up and really do what I have done in the season, just to finish innings off well with a bat.
Mm-hmm. Lastly, any cricketing idol?
Oh, by far, Kevin Peterson. I've always watched him do his thing, and it's not what he did, but I think it's in the manner he did it in all formats of cricket. Yeah, love watching him bat. Love watching his aura when he gets to the crease, and just the confidence in which he does everything. It's just brilliant. Just love watching him go about his business in so many different areas, personality-wise, batting-wise. Yeah, so Kevin Peterson by far.
Okay. Thank you so much even for your time, and good luck for the matches tomorrow, day after.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.